He woke up, read a Bible verse, made breakfast, talked to God, then told the world he had one more album left, and after that, it was over. He said he was going to find his peace. 2 weeks later, on February 18, 2026, Jacksonville rapper Lil Poppa was dead at 25 years old. No warning, no goodbye. Just a video that suddenly looked like a farewell that nobody caught in time. The rap world was mid-sentence when the news hit. Artists were live on camera, fans were in the comments laughing, and then everything stopped. Because Lil Poppa was gone. And the worst part, the signs were there. Right there in plain sight. In his music. In his stories. In the very last words he posted online. This is the story of a young man who poured every ounce of his pain into his art, who built something real from nothing in Jacksonville, Florida, and who left this world before the world ever truly understood what it had. This is Lil Poppa, and this is everything that happened. Janarius Michael Wheeler was born on March 18, 2000, in Jacksonville, Florida. He grew up in a city that shaped him in ways most people never see from the outside. Jacksonville is not a city that gets a lot of shine in the national rap conversation. It is not Atlanta. It is not New York. It is not Los Angeles. But it has always had a raw, authentic energy, a street-level honesty that bleeds into the music that comes out of it. And that honesty is exactly what defined Lil Poppa from the very beginning. He started writing music as a child. His first recorded track, a song called Fall Off, dropped in 2016 when he was just 15 years old. Think about that. At 15, this kid was already putting his pain into words and sharing it with the world. He recorded out of a bedroom with a basic microphone and a laptop. No studio, no label, no connections, just a burning need to say something that mattered. By the time he was 17, people were paying attention. His early mixtape series, Under Investigation, started building him a real following. Not just in Jacksonville, but across the South and eventually nationwide. The music hit different because it was real. Lil Poppa was not rapping about a lifestyle he was performing. He was rapping about the life he actually lived. The grief, the loyalty, the streets, the love, the heartbreak. All of it was right there in his lyrics, laid bare for anyone who would listen. What made him truly unique was that he was willing to be vulnerable in a genre that often punishes vulnerability. He talked about crying. He talked about depression. He talked about the kind of emotional pain that men, especially young black men in the rap industry, are supposed to keep hidden. And his fans heard it. They heard themselves in it. That is why people say his music got them through their hardest times. Because he meant it when he said he understood. In 2021, everything shifted. His debut studio album, Blessed, I Guess, dropped, and it landed on the Billboard 200. That is not a small thing. That is a mainstream milestone. The project peaked at number 160 on the chart, and it put Lil Poppa in a different conversation. The album came with a documentary of the same name, and in that documentary, he talked openly about living with sickle cell anemia. For those who do not know, sickle cell is an inherited blood disorder that causes red blood cells to become rigid and misshapen. It causes intense, unpredictable pain episodes, can lead to organ damage, and is a lifelong condition with no easy answers. Lil Poppa lived with that every single day. He talked about it not for sympathy, but because it was part of his truth, and his truth was what his music was built on. In 2022, he signed to Yo Gotti's collective music group, CMG, one of the most powerful independent labels in hip-hop. This was a major move. It put him alongside artists like Moneybagg Yo and gave him the infrastructure to reach even more people. That same year, his third Under Investigation project dropped and charted on the Billboard 200 as well. He was building real momentum. And in 2022, another major chapter opened in his personal life. He became a father. His son, widely known as PJ, was born to his girlfriend and baby mother, Twa Roberts, the daughter of rap mogul Rick Ross. Rick Ross himself posted about the birth, proudly calling himself a Gucci grandpa. It was a moment of joy in what had been a complicated personal journey. His relationship with Twa was not without turbulence. Social media caught glimpses of the drama over the years. Cheating allegations, a diss track Lil Poppa made referencing their issues, and public moments that showed the strain. At one point, Twa discussed moving back with her parents. But those close to both of them say that despite the ups and downs, they remained connected through their son, and by most accounts, they were still together at the time of his passing. No official breakup was ever confirmed. Through all of this, Lil Poppa kept making music. In August of 2025, he dropped his album Almost Normal Again, a 16-track project that showed his most refined and mature work yet. Songs like Bout My Respect and Myself Again were introspective and honest in a way that in hindsight sounds like a man processing something very deep. The album title itself, Almost Normal Again, reads differently now. Almost. Not all the way there. Just almost. He went on a 20-date tour behind that album. He had been grinding relentlessly. And then on February 13th, 2026, just 5 days before he died, he released a new single called Out of Town Bay. A new song. New music coming. He had a birthday bash show booked in New Orleans for March 21st. He was advertising it on social media, inviting fans to come celebrate with him. Everything on the surface looked like a man with his eyes on the future. But then there was that video. About 2 weeks before his death, Lil Poppa posted a story on his Instagram. He looked calm. He sounded at peace, in his own way. He talked about how his OG had woken him up that morning and read him a Bible verse. He said he got some breakfast, talked to God about it, and then he said something that, looking back, stopped people cold. He said he had one more album left, one more EP, one more project, whatever form it would take. And after that, he said it was over. He was going to find his peace. At the time, people took it as an announcement. An artist talking about wrapping up a chapter of his career. Maybe retiring. Maybe taking a break. Nobody, not fans, not friends, not industry people, understood what those words might actually mean. But after February 18th, that video went viral. And people listened to it again. And they heard something different. On Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, at 11:23 in the morning Eastern Time, Lil Poppa was pronounced dead by officials from the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office in Georgia. He was 25 years old. TMZ broke the news first. XXL confirmed it. Complex confirmed it. His real name, Janarius Michael Wheeler, was listed in the official statement. The cause of death was listed as under investigation. No official cause has been released as of this video. The news broke while several artists were live on camera. The moment unfolded in real time. You could watch people's faces change. Watch the jokes stop mid-sentence. Watch shock replace everything else. Because nobody saw this coming. He had just released music. He had just announced a show. He was supposed to be here. The reactions started pouring in immediately. Boozy Badass, Boozy B, went on live and gave his tribute. He talked about how Lil Poppa always looked up to him, always showed love, always came around with respect. You could hear the pain in his voice. Lil Duval, a Jacksonville native himself, posted that this one really hurt him because he genuinely cared about Lil Poppa. He said most people in Jacksonville knew him since he was a kid. Great Day Records CEO Caroline Barreline Diaz, who worked with Poppa early in his career at Interscope and A&RD4 of his projects, posted on X, "My little brother is gone." She said she was broken. Dej Loaf, Mozzie, and Nardo Wick all paid tribute. Artists across the industry responded. His mother confirmed the passing on Facebook. She wrote about needing God in that moment, about the weight of what had happened, about leaning on her faith to get through something that no parent should ever have to face. Her words were raw and real and heartbreaking. An artist named Baby Chief Do It wrote something that started circulating widely. He said that as someone who had been going through it mentally himself, he had to speak. He wrote about how people do not understand how rough it is to be a celebrity and also to be a man. That money does not buy happiness. That behind every diamond and every dollar there is still a human being. He said that people try to express themselves and nobody considers their mental health because they look like they have it all together. He ended by saying he did not know Lil Poppa personally, but that his family would be in his prayers. Those words struck a nerve because they articulated something the rap industry has been quietly grappling with for years. The pressure, the performance, the loneliness behind the flex. A friend who knew Lil Poppa personally posted something even more gut-wrenching. He said that Lil Poppa had no idea how much he had just made him cry. He said he wished Lil Poppa would have just called him. Just called. That is the sentence that says everything. Because sometimes the person in the most pain is also the one who looks the most put together. The one who keeps posting, keeps releasing music, keeps showing up for everyone else. While inside, they are drowning. Reggie, another person who paid tribute, said that Lil Poppa was too genuine and that he was glad he got to give him his flowers while he was still here. That phrase, giving someone their flowers while they can still smell them, hit different in this context. Because the rap industry, like so much of the entertainment world, often waits until someone is gone to truly celebrate what they brought. The cause of death has not been officially confirmed. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office has the case open under investigation. Online speculation has run in multiple directions, some pointing to his mental health, some pointing to his sickle cell anemia diagnosis, some suggesting other causes. None of it is confirmed, and it would be wrong to fill that space with guesswork. What we know is what is real. He was 25. He was talented. He was loved. He was gone on February 18th, 2026. What this moment has done is rip open a conversation that hip-hop keeps trying to push back down. The conversation about what artists carry when the camera is off. About what fame does to a person who grew up with nothing and suddenly has everything. Except maybe the one thing they needed most, which is someone to actually see them. Not the brand. Not the music. Not the flex. Them. Lil Poppa said it himself in a 2021 interview. "A lot of people tell me I got them through their toughest times. That makes me realize I got the power to change someone's outlook." He carried that responsibility. He took it seriously. He made music that literally pulled people back from the edge of their own worst moments. And somewhere in all of that, the question nobody thought to ask loudly enough was, who was carrying Lil Poppa? He left behind his son PJ, who was about 4 years old when his father died. He left behind Twa Roberts, the mother of his child. He left behind a mother who poured her grief onto Facebook for the world to see, because there was no other way to hold it. He left behind friends who are now replaying conversations, wondering what they missed. He left behind fans across the country who say his music was the only thing that understood them. His last album was called Almost Normal Again. His last single was Out of Town Bay, released 5 days before he died. His last public video was a Bible verse and a breakfast, and a man saying he was going to find his peace, and a show booked in New Orleans that he will never play. He said he had one more left, and he was right. If you are watching this and you are struggling, if you see yourself in any part of this story, please talk to someone. Not tomorrow. Now. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 988. You can call or text. There are real people there. Lil Poppa's music reached millions of people because he was honest about his pain. Honor that honesty by being honest about yours. Rest in peace, Janarius Michael Wheeler. Lil Poppa, Jacksonville's son, gone at 25. His catalog lives. His son lives. His impact lives. And somewhere in the music he left behind, he is still talking to everyone who needed to hear it most.